Okay, Mrs. Swanson here today talking about some estimation strategies. We're going to work with 3 different strategies: rounding, front end, and compatible numbers. So first with rounding. When we're rounding, we're looking, in this case, to find the nearest whole number. So whole numbers are these numbers sticking out here in front of our decimal. So in order to find that, we're going to look at the number that comes after the decimal. So we have 2 and we have 8. When we think about rounding, I like to think of a little riddle. 5 or more, we raise the score. 4 or less, we let it rest. So when we look at the number 2, that falls in the 4 or less category, so we're going to let the 3 rest. 3 is going to stay the same. Over here we look at 8, and 8 is that 5 or more. We're going to raise the score. Whenever you're rounding, you just raise it to the next whole number. So we start with 0, and what comes after 0? 1. So now we have our new problem, 3 minus 1 equals 2. Yay, you just rounded. But not so fast. See this little guy down here? Equal sign? When we're estimating, we're going to make these fun squiggly lines. That means it's about to. Because if you did this actual problem, you would get 2.39. And we don't want to be liars, so we use the estimation sign. Front end estimation is just that. First, we're going to look at the front numbers, or in this case, the numbers before the decimal. Doing front end, I like to think about money. So let's picture this all as money, and we're just going to add up our dollars first. So 4 plus 1 plus 2, we get 7. Now, let's look at the backside here, the end. I'm going to look for numbers that I can try to make $1 out of. So we have 95 cents. I know that's about $1 already. Then 49, and I'm going to say is 50, 39 about 40, so that's about 90 cents. We're going to round that to $1 too. So here in the back, I have about $2 more. Now all you have to do is add these two together. So we have the front, which I'm going to use an F for, and we have the end. Add them together, and we get 9. Now, if we're giving this as an answer, remember, we need to use our estimation sign to say that our answer is about 9. Last but not least, we have compatible numbers. When working with compatible numbers, you're trying to find numbers that can be easily divided or by each other, so you don't have to do all the long division work. I think a good tool to use is a multiplication chart in this case. Looking at my numbers here, I can identify that I can change this here to about 50, which is an easy number to divide something into. Looking at 9.75, you want to ask yourself, what is that close to that I can easily divide into 50? In this case, you want to think 10. So now that I have that, I would say 50 divided by 10. Okay, I know that's 5. So I'm going to say the answer to this is about 5. Compatible numbers can be tricky. What I suggest doing is changing one of the numbers first, like I did here, and then going to a multiplication chart and trying to find something that's close to your second number to divide into it. Estimation can be hard and confusing, especially for people who are perfectionists, like me, always wanting an A+. So what I suggest, if you're someone struggling with estimation, find your estimated answer and then go to a calculator, look for the real answer and see how they compare. If they're close, good job, you estimated. Thank you for studying with Swanson.